wanted to have a route that allowed us to put a name and send out a message that didn't just say hello, but said hello to that person's name. And maybe to start, I wanted to say hello to me. So this would be, I could say, hello, Noel. So now when I run the file, I can not only go to localhost 5000 / and remember that there's an implied slash here. I can also go to /Noel and I'll see hello Noel. What if I wanted to add another one that was to hello Michael? Then I'd have to create another one and have another route that I can then go to Michael. But if I typed anything else, oops, let's see, it stopped running. I know that because it stopped here, so I should check in my terminal to see if anything went wrong. Oh, view function is overriding an existing endpoint. Oh, it's because I copied this and it has the same function name. So I don't want to have the same function name. Again, just like before we started doing web development, we don't want to have two functions that have the exact same name because they override each other. So it yelled at me, so let's fix that. So here we go. And now I can go to /Michael and it says, hello, Michael. But that seems pretty tedious. What if every time I want to add someone, I'd have to come in and create a new route. So think, for example, say we're Facebook. Do we want to make a new route, have to come and update our server file every time a new user gets added? And we'd have maybe 1 billion routes like this to return each person's individual user page? I don't think so. So what can we do instead? We can allow variables to be set here. So maybe we can say something like name, and then that can become an input or parameter in our function. So when this person calls this function, it actually comes in and we're able to capture any name that they provide as the first element after the slash. So I could still say Michael, but now I can say anything. And it accepts my route. It's also always saying hello Noel because I have that here. So let's see what this name actually is. So one thing to remember too is print statements are going to be really helpful as we go through this. For example, they just help us, you can use them as messages to help you know where you are in your code. Right? I can come down here and as we add more and more functions, this will become more useful. Help us see where we are. So we want to see this line and then maybe what comes in as name. So even though I show it here, I refresh the page here, I look in my terminal for my print statements and it tells me I'm in the hello person function and I see Bob. So Bob must be what name is. And if I come in here and try another one, I just check my terminal and now I see Amy. So we know that that part's working. So another thing, a helpful little tool is if you want to be able to see this better. So there's a lot of other things going on here. So to help us just visualize the line better, we can maybe use a character or something. And that helps us just see in our code, we'll be able to catch it and visually see it better when we have several stars just helping highlight where we are in our code. All right, so finally, we can just use this. So we know this is a string. So what if we change this string to include the name that was provided? So we can turn this into an F string and replace this with the variable name. And now when we go to Amy, it'll say hello Amy. We can go to Michael. We can go to Batman. And we'll be able to see it can change with whatever was input here. And we don't have to write a million different functions to capture that variable.